What's your name?
George Franklin Malone.
George, when were you born?
1938
would make you 61?
I'll be 61 in October. Yes, sir.
Where do you live?
I live in Portsmouth, Ohio. I live in South County all my life.
And what's your occupation?
I just took retirement from Martin Marietta, which is the nuclear energy, the old Goodyear atomic plant, and before that I worked at the steel mill.
What did you do at the plant?
I was in maintenance work on the steel mill, mechanical work, repair work.
How much education do you have?
I've had, at the time before I went into service in '63, I'd had just a high school. I got drafted, went in 63. My brother was in at that time, and probably the story I have to tell is about him losing his life in '64.
Okay.
And I have a picture of him I'd like to show.
Let's see if I can get in on that. Let me ask you, and then let me ask you these questions, and I'll see if I can get in on this. I'll pick up the camera.
Yes, sir.
And is that February 9th, 1963? Is that when he passed away?
He passed away July the 9th, 1964. That's his basic training picture.
I see.
He lost his life over in peacetime. He'll never enjoy the other things that young men enjoyed. He was buried for his 20th birthday.
What's his name?
His name is Ralph Robert Malone.
Ralph Robert Malone.
Yes, sir.
Was he married at the time?
No, sir. No, sir. He was just a young man that went off to serve his country in peacetime.
Where was he when he arrived?
He was in Germany. He was in combat engineering, building bridges.
How did he pass away?
He got drowned in an accident, a military accident. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And at that time, I was at Fort Stewart, Georgia. I was in service at that time.
What is your marital status?
I'm divorced right now. I've got 3 daughters and 5 grandchildren, and I get along just fine. And my family does real well.
When did you enter the service?
I went in January 7th, 1963.
You were drafted?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At that time, I was glad to, serve my country. Like I said, I was at Fort Stewart, Georgia. When Kennedy was assassinated, I was at Fort Stewart, Georgia. At that time, I took some training down in the South, and I remember getting up on a bus and giving a colored lady my seat. And like I said, we were raised that way, and like I say, I'm really not the hero. I appreciate all these gentlemen that spoke for me. We were just doing what we had to do.
When you gave a colored lady your seat, what happened?
In 1963.
Did they look at? Did white people look at you kind of funny?
Well, I was raised to respect my elderlies or somebody that needed to see a lady, and we always gave that. That's the way we were raised.
Were you in uniform when you did that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was. Yes, sir. I was a E4. I went to Fort Bragg and went through airborne training and was with General Yarborough and General Stilwell, and drove for Special Warfare Center and Liaison School down there, which was training the foreign people and so forth.
When you got out of the service, what was your rank?
When I got out, I was a E4. I went back to work in the steel mill, working in the steel industry, supporting my country. And I'm just, proud to be a veteran and proud to serve where I had to serve.
What unit were you in?
I was with the 13th Cycle Warfare Unit. 13th Psychological Warfare Unit attached to the 5th Special Forces. And really my assignment was, after airborne school, was to drive people, officers around Fort Bragg to see if they made it.
Did you go overseas?
No, sir. My brother was in Germany, but I did not go overseas.
What areas or what stations did you have in the United States? You mentioned Fort Stewart.
I took Fort Knox was basic. I went to Fort Gordon, and I was at Fort Stewart. Yes, sir. For the 2 years I was in.
Do you remember your closest friends, the name of your friends?
I have some close friends. I had a fellow by the name of Quillen from Philadelphia, And that was basically about the last one. And I played softball at Fort Stewart. We won our post championship, went to a third on the tournament. I still work with Shawnee State softball people. And I've run in the Boston Marathon in 1991.
You did?
Yes, sir.
How'd you place?
I didn't win it, but I felt like I was a winner because I finished. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to do that sometime, but I don't think I will. Were you ever injured or hurt in the service?
No, sir. My time in the service was, I enjoyed being in the service. I enjoyed being part of it, but my call was with the steel mill, and Vietnam was coming, and I just done what I had to do. If I had to go, I would have went. Yes, sir.
When were you discharged?
I was discharged January 7th, 1965, which is kind of unusual because I went in January 7th, 1963. But when my brother got grounded, I had to stay one extra day because they said that I had used up my leave time. So I was more willing to give that extra day. No problem.
Is there anything you'd like to tell your family or your descendants, that are going to be watching this in many years from now?
Well, I think one thing bothers me, when I was at Fort Bragg, I was able to hitchhike, and they say that, gee, I can't hitchhike in his own country anymore, but I don't know that to be true. But if there's anything I could say to young people, if it's for your role to be called, go serve where you can serve, and let your life be that way. Mm-hmm. If you're called, go. Feel proud you're American.
Hold your brother's picture up there. Let me see if I can just zoom in on that now. Do you have other brothers? And
I had a half brother in World War II, and I had another half brother that lost both legs in World War II.
Oh, hold it straight up.
Okay.
There you go. Now let me see if I can telescope in on that.
Okay.
Doing pretty good there?
Yeah.
Say his name again.
Ralph Robert Rose. Malone.
Very good. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.